Back to Countdown Fantasy Playlist of July 25th, 2004. Boy, I got some. This is an electric playlist. Coming up later on this playlist, Narcotic Thrust, a dance song by them. Excuse me. Modern Times by the Jive Five, a European hit. Also another European hit, Royal Gigolos with California Dreaming, the remake of the Mamas and Papa songs, and Lost Lonely Boys, Britney Spears, Twista, Petey Pablo, and Freak a Leak. Yeah, we're going to throw that out on this fancy playlist. But man, at number 25, God, I fell in love with this song. I kind of forgot how I got into it. I probably saw this song on the Japanese charts and listened to it, and half of it's in English, some of it's in English, but most of it's in Japanese. Johnny February 6 at number 25 with Magic in Your Eyes, sort of a bubblegum song. Johnny February, her real name is Tomoko Kawase, and she was in a band called the Brilliant Green, alternative band in Japan called the Brilliant Green. They released some albums in the late 90s, early 2000s, although they released another album in 2010. And as a solo artist, she recorded under two monikers. One of them was Johnny February 6 and Johnny Heavenly 6. Under Johnny Heavenly 6, she released about 5 albums. Under Tommy February 6, she released 4 albums. Very prolific. A model, she appeared on an MTV music show in Japan. I wrote it down here somewhere. It was called Breakdown. That was in Japan. Our first 2 albums under Tommy February, her debut album, Tommy February 6, and there was also Tommy Airline. Both of those albums went platinum in Japan. And the first, and I guess the hit record off this fantasy playlist of mine, Magic in Your Eyes, just it's great. God, she sounds fantastic. I love this record. From Tommy Airlines, from her second album, Tommy Airline, and Magic in Your Eyes. She also, I wrote this down, she came up with a mock travel guide. She wrote a mock travel guide in 2002. This included restaurant reviews, there was cultural information, there was these sightseeing hotspots that she pointed out in this mock travel guide. It was called Tommy February 6 plus Hawaii. And she also was very imaginative. She did these crude sketches, these outlines. She wrote these crude outlines of animals and fairies that populate the pages of this travel guide. And there were thought bubbles that accompanied the pictures, some of the photos in this book. She's done quite a bit. She's had a pretty amazing career, it looks like. Just what little research I did on her. And obviously, I can't go into her whole, doing these videos, I try to keep it down to about 2, 3, or 4 minutes. You can't go into a whole person's life in that amount of time. All you can do is just give you the tip of the iceberg. And if you want to research more about her, hey, feel free to. It's worth it, I tell you. Tomoka Kawase, I believe, that's her real name. Under Tommy February 6, Magic in Your Eyes at number 25, up from 26 on my fantasy playlist of July 25th, 2004.